Okay, in this demo, I will demonstrate how to cancel a long-run PLINQ query. Here is our material, and still we have two projects. One is the web service, another one is the web client. They are the same as the previous tutorial lab, which we are using to learn the exception handling for PLINQ. Okay, let's open the web service and open with code. And Visual Studio Code will prompt you that you should restore the missing libraries. Okay, the restore is finished. So let's see. The same logic as the last tutorial lab, but here and the delay is 5 seconds. Okay, let's reduce the delay to just 2 seconds, and we go back to the web client, right click and open with code. Okay, again, and we should restore the missing references. Okay, the restore is finished. Next, let's start our web services, and just a Control F5 make the web service, the rest of the API running. Okay, close the web browser and switch back to the client. And the client will try to get all the populations for the continents. And if I press Control F5, after 2 seconds, and we see all the continents with their populations and shows in the output window. Okay, we are using as parallel to create a PLINQ query. Okay, that's the start point. And now let's see how to cancel a long-run PLINQ. So the question is why we need to cancel a long-run PLINQ. Okay, first let's go to the web services and stop the application and change the delay from 2 seconds to, let's see, 10 seconds. And let's see what happens if we call the web service from the client. We close the web browser and switch back to the client, and we Control F5 run the client. So if you are the user, you have to wait for a while, and then you'll see the result comes back. And actually, this is a very bad user experience, right? So let's change a little bit, add a timer, show the user how many seconds already elapsed. What I'm going to do is, before we create the query, we create a timer equals to new system.timers.timer, and I pass a 1000, there's a 1000 milliseconds to the constructor, and to set the interval of the timer. That means the elapsed event will be triggered per 1 second. Okay, and then write this one, timer.elapsed. This is an event, plus equal, and let's use a lambda expression as the event handler. So this is a sender, and this is an event args-e, and so this is the event handler body. And so we add a counter, var counter equals to 0. Every 1 second, we print out a line and said, okay, CW and counter seconds elapsed. Okay, and then we start the timer in a separated thread. What I'm going to do is use task. Okay, add the namespace dot factory dot start new, and we start a new task in a separated thread. Also use lambda expression at the callback method body. So here I'm going to write the timer dot start. Okay, now let's run the application to see what happens here. Okay, after the user wait for 10 seconds, the result is back. So why is 10 seconds? Because we set the latency in the web service to 10 seconds. But how about the latency is 1 minute or 10 minutes? Sometimes, the internet speed will be very slow, right? So we have to set a threshold on the client side that once the waiting time is too long, we just cancel the long-run PLINQ query. And how to do that? This the core knowledge we want to show in this demo. So this is called the cancellation of a long-run PLINQ. And actually, the cancellation of a long-run PLINQ is based on the exception handling of the PLINQ query. The first thing, we need to wrap all the code in a try-catch statement. Try, and we paste the code here, and Shift Outer F format the code, and indent the code, and now we leave the code here. Next, before we create the timer, we declare a variable named CTS, and this variable reference to an instance of cancellation token source. And I should add the namespace. And now, after we create this instance, we can use this instance to cancel a long-run PLINQ. What we should do is, so here is the body of the event handler. And here we say if the counter, let's see, greater than 5, that means, okay, we wait only 5 seconds. We write CTS dot cancel. And also, we want to stop the timer. Stop. Next, we should ask our PLINQ query to listen to the cancellation token source. What we should do is dot with cancellation, and we pass the CTS.token to our long-run PLINQ query. Next step, once the CTS.cancel is called, it will throw an exception. The type of the exception is operation canceled exception. So we need to update here. operation cancel exception. And then we write something on screen. Timeout. The query is cancelled. Okay, now let's check the code. So the latency of the network is 10 seconds, and our tolerance time threshold is 5 seconds. So there will be a cancellation. Okay, let's reduce the latency to 2 seconds first and restart the web service. So there should not be a cancellation. So let's Control F5, run the client. 1, 2 seconds, and then we get the result comes back. Okay, now let's go back to the service. Change it to 10 seconds latency and restart the web service. And we close the web browser and go back to the web client and Control F5, run the client. This time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we canceled the long run PLINQ query, and we didn't get the result from the server. So this is the cancellation of a long run PLINQ. Also, sometimes we allow the user to cancel a long run PLINQ query manually. And I want to show you the code here, and you can check the course content. There's a code shows you how to cancel a long run PLINQ manually with a keyboard input. Okay, let's stop here. Hope you have fun.